Okay, so this is a video that I'm making to talk about game feel and how the way that a game controls can influence the feeling of the game. Here I am playing Doom 1, Episode 1, Map 5, and I'm playing it with the classic controls, which means mostly the keyboard. There's the ability to look around with the mouse, but that really just moves you around and kind of turns you a little bit, and it's really clunky. So if you want it to have precision, you have to use the keyboard. When it comes to first-person shooters, using a keyboard only, without a mouse, is very similar to tank controls. Wolfenstein 3D had this as well. We didn't have very good mouse controls until around Quake. So with these tank controls, it's a lot like Resident Evil, except that you can strafe as well. And also you don't have those terrible camera angles because everything is in first person. Notice how I approach every situation very tactically, because I don't have absolutely precise maneuverability. I can aim really well, but not immediately on the spot as I would be able to with a mouse. I have to turn towards everything. I have to turn to move away, and really moving this slowly, I don't feel like I have very good grasp on what my surroundings are. Maybe there's monsters coming up behind me, I don't know, because I can't spin around and look to see really quickly as I would be able to with mouse control. As a result of this way of playing, the game is much more difficult, and it makes me feel more tense, more nervous about a monster encounter, even up against the shotgun zombies, who, in this case, can really end my run. Normally, shotgun zombies would be a minor nuisance, even a Goomba level threat. Not so when you don't have perfect control over your character. By contrast, when I play this same level on the Z-Doom source port using mouse aiming, suddenly I'm kicking ass. I'm running around, I'm a badass, I'm approaching each situation with wild abandon, and I'm coming out a lot more victorious than I do even when I take every situation very tactically using the keyboard controls. As a result, there's no tension. I feel like a badass. I feel like a goddamn action hero. And every enemy, including the ones who are much more tough using the keyboard controls, feels like a Goomba level threat. Perhaps there's a lot more of them, but none of them are really all that threatening to me now. Imps, no problem. Shotgun guys, no problem. Maybe I prioritize which ones I want to take out first, but other than that, they're not really impressing me much. So in my blog post, I made a point to contrast between the tank controls in Resident Evil and the very fluid controls in Saints Row, and how they can make the difference between a horror game and an action game. I think that in this case, I have proven the point that it's not just the atmosphere and all that stuff that determines the feel of the game. When I played with the keyboard, everything was tense. It was almost a horror game. And when Doom first came out, people did consider it a horror game. When I play it with the mouse control and don't rely so much on the keyboard to aim my gun, suddenly I'm a badass. Once I have that kind of control, nothing can stop me. So yes, the way that you control your character in a game makes a huge difference in the theme, the feel, what each person is going to take away from the game, how they feel about it.